To quote that really awesome song by Metallica, sad but true. Yep, Henry Cavill is no longer going to be part of Warner Brothers and their Superman projects going forward. So it's with a big sigh of, well, not relief really, but sadness, but Henry Cavill, as highlighted here by Screen Rant, will not be returning to the Flash movie of 2022 or any other DC project. So as Screen Rant has stated here, Henry Cavill won't be returning as Superman. Obviously, we know he made his debut in Zack Snyder's Man of Steel in 2013, of which I was actually in the London premiere for. That was actually a really, really good time, but I've already mentioned that to you in another video, which I'll link here, and you can go and click on that and see what you think. But yes, so despite the fact that film, yes, it was met with controversy. A lot of true Superman fans did not like it, although the ones who were true fans did actually like Zack Snyder's take on it. I mean, it did go on to make $668 million, so by no means was it actually a failure. So yeah, so then we have all these things about the critical flops with the DCEU, but I've got to say that was that's Warner Brothers trying to catch up with Marvel when they hadn't even yet established a DC universe. What they're doing now, however, it's actually much, much better. That's what they should have stuck with a long time ago. I turned to my steelbook and I shed tears, man, tears. It's terrible, awful news. I don't like the way Henry has been treated by WB anyway. In the first instance, I don't like it. It's just, it seems so goddamn unfair, doesn't it? Like, they shelved Superman 2 for BVS, and we know what a mess that turned out to be, despite the fact I like that Batman warehouse scene, which is like probably the best part of that movie. But as they stated here, and this is actually in relation to The Wrap, another website, where Humberto Gonzalez said on Twitter that Cavill is not slated to appear in any future DCEU projects. Gonzalez responded to an account who claimed that Cavill was indeed going to appear in The Flashpoint movie 2022, which is currently filming, saying that he isn't going to be in that film and that the actor doesn't have any deals in place to appear in any other DCU movies. Now, the careful wording here is he doesn't currently have any deals in place, okay? Gonzalez reiterated this point in a viewer back and forth here. So basically, this person, viewer and non, who I've actually heard of, by the way, they said, I'm going to feel like an ass if this doesn't pan out. But two different people, both whom I trust, have sworn to me that Henry Cavill is in The Flash. Okay, well, Henry's kind of cool at keeping a secret, so even if he were, and he obviously NDAs abound, he wouldn't dare do anything. Danny Garcia, who is his current manager, and who's also the ex-wife of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I think she manages him as well. So I would have thought she could have done more to getting through the front door to sit at the table with J.J. Abrams and talk about his Superman project, which, let's be fair, nobody's really passionate about or even asked for. You could have had like a DC, you could have had like a multiverse of Superman where then JJ could bring in that idea. So I don't know. It's just a real shame, actually. So to some, it will be no surprise to hear that Cavill is no longer playing Superman, but again, currently not playing Superman. His role in the DCEU has been in question as the franchise has seemed hesitant to greenlight a second solo film based on Cavill's character or have him cameo in other DCEU films. Imagine my disappointment when I watched Shazam, and at the very end, I mean, the audience who were with me were all gasping when he saw the torso Superman. We all thought the camera's going to pan up and we're going to see Henry Cavill. Nope, not even the CGI face over the body. It was just like, yeah, the body. It was ridiculous. I didn't understand that at all. So yeah, we know Michael B. Jordan is in a mini-series. I think he's in talks to do a mini-series about Superman. I don't think he will be playing Val-Zod or whichever version of Superman he's going to be playing. I think Jordan's probably going to be taking a backseat role and maybe producing the show. So additionally, Sasha Calle has been cast as Supergirl in the Flash movie, adding yet another Kryptonian to the growing slate of them in the various DC projects. All of this certainly seems to indicate that as part of the Snyderverse, it may be time to say goodbye to Cavill's Superman. With Cavill having other projects in the limelight he's just as passionate about, including Netflix's The Witcher series, it could be for the best for both the DCEU and Cavill as they look into the future. Now, a couple of things I do want to add here as well. There's been rumors that Cavill's been having talks in Marvel. I don't believe that for one instance that's going to happen. I mean, you know, if there is a glimmer of truth, the only superhero I could see Cavill playing in the Marvel universe is Captain Britain. That kind of makes sense, right? But whether, because I guess, well, the Marvel brand at the moment is I think it's a troubling brand right now. It never used to be. Up until Endgame, it was a great brand, but after that, it's kind of gone downhill for me. And sorry if you disagree, but I'm not the only one who thinks that. Thousands of other people, maybe millions of other people, think the same way as I do as well. So that's why I'm very skeptical about even going in to see kind of like really supposedly exciting Marvel films right now. But also, Henry might be doing something for Mass Effect in the future. This could be the new video game that BioWare are slowly working on. I know Henry teased this thing on Instagram quite a few months back now, actually, where it looked like it was something to do with the Mass Effect universe. So who knows what it could be? It could be lending his likeness to something. It could be doing some voice acting. Who knows? I'll definitely say that Henry won't be in line for James Bond. I think that will still go to someone that you wouldn't think of being cast as 007. So as much as I would like to see Henry as James Bond, that won't be his call, I'm afraid. But I don't think he's really that bothered, to be honest. I think he'll just go back and just reassess what he can do. What I wouldn't mind seeing Henry doing actually is playing a badass SAS type soldier in a real kick-ass movie or a mini TV series. That would be good. And because his brothers are both serving soldiers, so I would actually see that happening. The world is the Henry's oyster at the moment. He can pick any projects he wants to. He's got really great relationships with some of the Hollywood stars he's worked with, like Tom Cruise in the last Mission Impossible film, and certainly, you know, he will nurture relationships with film directors and producers as time goes by. So that's the news, guys. You probably know this already, but I thought I'll share this today on my channel because I'm a big Henry fan. And yeah, we may not see him again as Superman, but just look back at what he's done in that role. I think that'll be a very hard role for his replacement to take on and people to accept that new actor. And certainly what J.J. Abrams is doing at the moment, I'm not really excited at all. So on that one, guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you on my next video.
Like and subscribe, or get your nuts Krogan crushed.